Jada is back at it here to give everyone another Big Bang Theory Season 2 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further, simply to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be the Big Bang Theory Season 2, Episode 5. Title of this episode is called The Euclid Alternative. This will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode, and I did finish it last night. Leonard gets home and falls directly on the couch, which appears to be a long day or night at the office, or maybe a long time with Penny and being annoyed, I don't know. But Sheldon comes out expecting a ride to return some Star Wars sheets and a ride, of course, to work. And Leonard says he'll have to find another way, as Leonard was working with this laser at work that he's only allowed to work with at certain times, which are completely opposite of the times that he normally would go to work. So Sheldon is SOL. So he goes over to ask Penny, knock, 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 Penny, knock, 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 Penny, knock, 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 Penny. And Penny either had a really long night last night or just got woken up by Sheldon as she's wearing a white tank top. And her nipples are showing, which is always a plus. And Penny looks annoyed, like, I'm not giving you a ride. What are you talking about? And Sheldon says that he's going to invoke some sort of friendship clause or something like that because Penny's his friend. So Penny does indeed eventually give him a ride to work. And while they're on the way, Sheldon points out that Penny's check engine light is on and points out the fact that she shouldn't do other tasks while driving. And she took a sip of her coffee, I presume. So, Sheldon annoys Penny so much that she tells him to get out. She pulls over and says, get out. So Sheldon, when he gets to work, asks Leonard, he gets to work, and then when his shift is over, he sees Leonard, and he asks Leonard for a ride home. And Leonard's actually just getting to work, so he is SOL. So Howard has to take Sheldon home on his scooter. And that's a bad scenario right there. Sheldon gets freaked out, and eventually Howard just leaves him on the road. So Raj has to take Sheldon home. Nice of Raj to do that, because I would just leave him there and have him walk home at that point. When they arrive back, Leonard and everybody tell Sheldon and he needs to learn how to drive. So what happens is Penny agrees to take Sheldon to the driver's, the DMV, in addition to getting his Star Wars stuff returned and going to Radio Shack and all the other errands that Sheldon needs, as long as he goes to the DMV. And at the DMV, Sheldon argues with a person regarding the driver application. And this person behind the counter eventually just gives Sheldon a passing score, and Sheldon is ecstatic about that. And then Sheldon, when he gets back home, he's using a driving simulator made by Howard. And Sheldon says he quits as he is far too evolved to drive. And Sheldon decides to live at the office until Leonard is finished up with his experiment with the laser that he's currently working on. So that way he doesn't have to bug anybody to drive him or learn how to drive himself. And some housekeepers see leftovers at one of the tables at the office, and then they hear a noise. Sheldon's in his bathrobe, and they hear Sheldon, they see Sheldon, and Sheldon tells them, "You saw nothing." And that's the end of the episode. It was pretty funny, too, because Sheldon had, like, all the corners cut off of his sandwich or toast or whatever the hell it was. So pretty funny stuff by Sheldon in this episode. And Penny was pretty funny, too, just by the fact that, like, she just put up with Sheldon's ignorance at times during the episode. So, and then the funny thing was they asked Leonard, aren't you done with your experiment? Weren't you done, like, a while ago? And Leonard's like, yeah, but it's nice not having Sheldon around. So as far as the score of this episode of Big Bang Theory, I'm going to give it an 8.4 out of 10. And the character of the episode, well, who else would it be? Sheldon was fucking hilarious in this one. This episode is not as good as the last episode of Big Bang Theory that I reviewed for the channel. The episode where Penny gets addicted to online gaming was fucking incredible. I love that episode, and so far that's the best episode I've seen in this rewatch. I know that's not my favorite episode. Season 3 has my favorite episode, if my memory serves me correctly. And we'll get that at someday soon here. So, Sheldon is the character of the episode, and you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. First of all, if you're a fan of Big Bang Theory, or if you're a fan of anything that's on JDev TV, or if you want to help with the YouTube algorithm, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in any type of Big Bang Theory content, or if you want to share this video on any or all of your social media platforms, please do so. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode. If you remember it very well, what would you score it, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your standout character of the episode? I can only choose Sheldon at this point. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. I'm always trying to grow the channel, but of course I need your help to do so. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Help me out. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.